guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Mowers and More. Check it out. The fine folks over at Powersmart were kind enough to send me a mower to check out and review. It's the Powersmart B8621P 21-inch 3-in-1 push lawnmower. This has a Briggs & Stratton engine on it, which is why I said, sure, let's do that. Briggs makes some good stuff. To this day, they have had some financial trouble, but you know what? They're hanging in there. They had that bankruptcy, but they've seemed to have come back from that, sold off some of their dead weight, and now they are back in business. And Briggs has been around forever. Powersmart has also been around for a good long while. You'll see them at a lot of different companies. They're selling Powersmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, stuff like that. But of course, you can also get it online. That's where I got this one. All right, so let's check it out. We got a nice bagger here, good size. All right. Set that aside. And they did say assembly was really easy on this. We'll figure that out if it is or it isn't. But looks like we have a side chute, a manual, and some other few little things here. And I like the fact that it came with oil, 10W30, enough to fill her up. And there is our chute. And then we do have two locks. These are for our cabling to keep those in place there. So that's got all this, pretty good idea. And then manual here, we'll get into that in a second. Let's go ahead and cut this box open the rest of the way. We've got it up in the air. Let's go ahead and take a look at the underside here. Nice heavy duty blade, looks like, nice cutting blade. Very clean underneath. Side discharge port is currently plugged for like mulching kit, and then rear discharge for the bagger. This is something, I was talking about this with another mechanic the other day. This is something that has become commonplace. Used to be you molded the metal all the way in and your wheels were attached to that, but a lot of these are now going to this plastic that bolts on the front. Probably cuts down on cost and cuts down on weight, so not a good or a bad thing, just something worth noting. Nice little treads on the tires. Let's go ahead and lay her flat. Right, and it is a E550 Briggs & Stratton motor, and I think they're not kidding when they say the setup is easy. Just simply roll it up. You're going to tighten these two pieces here down, which are just plastic lock washers. Make sure those are snug. Also, it's nice that they're attached the way they are because you can store this thing and it takes up very little space. All right, and then these are even easier. This is an interesting design. I've seen this before on some of the other products I've reviewed. You don't have to tighten them all the way down. This like handle snaps into place like so. So you get it close. And then you just lock it into place. And that's it. Now you got these right here. And these are to attach. You attach that to the metal and then this around it just to kind of hold it in place. I think I'll put the other one there. And that just kind of makes it look a lot neater. Of course, it has a safety cutoff, which is really, it's a brake on the flywheel of these things. All right, let's take a look at the manual here. And we do have, it was nice enough for them to come with a Briggs & Stratton owner's manual. And it does have some part numbers here. So, I mean, it's definitely good stuff. Oil changes, it has the intervals, what tools you'll need. Now, the kit itself did not come with any tools. Sometimes, you know, with small engine equipment, you'll get tools that are brought in there. But this is just pretty straightforward. And a lot of it's photo-based just to make it bilingual, multilingual. And then the Powersmart EN21 3-in-1 gas push mower has its own manual. It is 22 pages long in English. And yeah, it's got some, you know, well, but pretty much the assembly I just showed you. If you want to go from side discharge, which I'm leaving that down, but if you wanted to hook that in, it shows you how to do that. If you want to put a bagger on, it shows that. You can see here the flap to put the bagger on. When we use it today, I don't use any of those things. I just like to roll with it. It does have settings for height. You can raise or lower this thing. If I pull that back, you can see you can bring it up. I probably will one more notch. And do the same thing on the rear. So it only has two adjusters, which is nice. right? Give it a little more clearance there. Seems to roll pretty freely. Gas tank up here. And saying if engine started without oil, you're doomed. Makes sense. No E85, no E15. That also makes sense. Just have a primer bulb here on the side. And I'll do a walk around of this here in a second. Pull start over here. Oil and oil dipstick are right here. And our muffler's there. Overhead valve engine. And it's pretty cool, man. So 140 cc's, 5.5 foot-pounds. They don't go in horsepower anymore. I think somebody sued them over how many horsepower they were claiming, you know, these engines came with. Now this is shipped wet, you know, because it was tested at the factory, but it's not shipped with oil in it. So there's a difference between having some assembly lube or light oil lube as to having this. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to pause the camera, fill it up. We'll take a walk around this beautiful thing and we'll take it outside and mow with it. Let's do it. So there she is, all oiled up and gassed up and ready to go. Nice, compact, basic mower, but with a really good Briggs & Stratton engine on there. And you can see, looks to be pretty well built. I've seen these for sale, I know, at our local Lowe's. And of course they have their own website. And I'll leave a link to where you can get one of these. But there it is. So I guess the only thing left to do with it is to fire it up and mow some grass. The grass over here is getting kind of long. Not going to show mowing the whole thing, but we'll roll through a few passes and see how well it handles it. I am doing the hardest way of cutting, which is no side shoot, no rear shoot. So it's just going to be mulching it. That usually puts a strain on to things, but that's cool. That's what I want. Let's do it. So that's it. Just did this bottom part off screen as well and worked fine, didn't bog. I'll also say that it was literally raining right before I filmed this. Of course, the sun's peeking out through the clouds right now. So it was wet grass, it was tall grass, mostly weeds. Had no problems with it whatsoever. Neat little thing. Hey, before I let you go, this is Farpoint Mowers and More. If you want to see more content like this, head over to the new channel and subscribe, and you'll see a whole slew of stuff like this. Till next time, my friends, take care.